Most of the honorees here this evening would be more comfortable performing life-saving EMS work in a chaotic environment or developing the next EMS breakthrough than they are being dragged onto this stage to be recognized for what they will tell you is just doing their job. And yet, despite this reluctance for recognition, it is important to honor them.
When EMT MJ stepped in, with calm, confident leadership, MJ took charge. She comforted the parents, she directed the staff, and in the back seat of the car, she safely delivered a healthy baby to the world.
Even when EMS arrived, Officer Yoshida stayed in the fight, not stopping until he successfully dislodged the ball and the baby let out a full, healthy cry.
A flight paramedic with REACH was off duty at a base in Southern California this past July when he heard a panic cry from a nearby home. A toddler had drowned and it was in cardiac arrest. Though REACH 16 was out of service, Kenny didn't hesitate. He immediately began CPR, stabilizing the child until Oceanside Fire arrived.
By the evening of June 24th, 2024, an off-duty paramedic, Jeremy Jaime, had just returned home from a family vacation when he heard a loud crash outside his home. Without hesitation, he stepped outside and into a moment that would change all of our lives. Just minutes earlier, our 7-year-old son, Bastian, Bazzi, Michelle, had been allowed to leave his tutoring center without their knowledge or ensuring he returned to a parent. For clarity, I'm his mom. Just outside of the center, while attempting to cross the street, he was struck head-on by a truck. The truck was an F-150, right in front of Jeremy's home. When Jeremy reached him, Bazzi was unresponsive, no pulse, and wasn't breathing. He immediately started CPR and calmly took control of the situation, guiding others around him and continuing care until emergency responders, including myself and my husband, had arrived. After a couple of minutes, Jeremy was able to bring Bazzi's pulse back.
When seconds matter, it's not just individual skill, it's teamwork that saves lives. On October 24th, 2024, these 4 officers proved exactly that. Officers Brajovic, Gustavo Campos, Diego Campos, and Coronado arrived on the scene of a vehicle versus pedestrian accident. They were met with the worst, a man unresponsive in the roadway with no pulse. It was the kind of moment where many might freeze. These officers didn't.
Christopher Blach, Coral Don Blach, and Sequoia Don Blach were headed to baseball tryouts on March 10th. Driving past Sawmill Pond in South Lake Tahoe, Coral noticed something alarming. People out on the frozen lake. Before they could say much more, the ice gave away and 2 adults plunged into the freezing water. What happened next wasn't panic, it was purpose. Chris turned the car around. The couple's 9-year-old daughter stood at the shoreline terrified while she kept safe from the edge. Coral, Sequoia, and their friend Kaya helped locate tree branches and old sleds to reach the victims in the water. They worked with Chris to help pull the couple to safety, but they didn't stop there. The girls removed the victims' soaking clothes, wrapped them in their own jackets, and stayed by their sides.
On March 18, 2024, off-duty EMT Brooklyn Cooper was exercising at a gym in Riverside when she witnessed another gym member suddenly collapse. Immediately recognizing cardiac arrest, she quickly jumped into action, initiating CPR without hesitation and utilizing the gym's AED to deliver 2 critical shocks. She continued life-saving measures until the fire department crews arrived on scene, ultimately resulting in the patient's successful resuscitation.
Tonight we celebrated bravery, innovation, compassion, and the kind of leadership that truly changes lives. To all our recipients and nominees, thank you. You've inspired us, reminded us why this work matters, and raised the bar for what's possible in EMS.